Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick and today guys we're jumping back down into the charts for Ethereum, taking a look at what's been going on and what I expect to happen next. As I get into this video, if you find this useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Now, in the description down below, you're going to find a link to our Discord server, a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free, and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there, so why not go ahead and check that out today. Also, in the description down below, you're going to find links to our Patreon services as well, where we offer a lot more for our Patreon members in Discord, everything from buying and selling signals through to staking alerts, project reviews, trading, and AMAs twice weekly, a whole host of additional benefits as well. So why not check that out if that's your bag. Also, down below, you'll find links to the new Cheeky podcast, a fantastic way of staying up to date with everything crypto on your daily commute into the office. Check that out if that's your bag as well. Okay, guys, waste no more time though. Let's jump right down into this, right? So Ethereum paired up with USDT, hourly chart, and Binance is the data source. Now, here we can see that we have done some invalidations on yesterday's video. Interestingly enough, we're getting a lot of corrective moves all kind of stacked upon each other here. So I'm going to kind of walk through what I think is going on and what I think would expect to happen next on the back of all of this data. Okay, so we no longer have this 5-wave drop to the downside just yet, so that hasn't started. Instead, we are still inside this wave 2. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this and remove this, right? So knowing that we're inside this corrective move of wave 2, knowing that this can not go any higher than 1,280, otherwise it's no longer a wave 2. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Now, taking a look at this, the only way I can kind of analyze this and think, okay, what's actually going on here is that we have some kind of it could be 5 or 7 corrective moves kind of stacked up together. It could be a 3-3, a 3-3, but essentially it's a really complex corrective move. It's not a 5-wave ending move unless it's an ending diagonal, which is also a possible scenario. There's a couple of interesting things such as this one right here. This little move looks like it's a triangular wedge, which puts that as a B wave, which means we should be tracking down next. So essentially, if that is correct, then essentially what you have here is A, B, and C, like so. Okay, let me just get rid of the lines here out of this one, and if we measure the distance here to here and we put that right on there, we can then see that we come up on the 1-to-1 ratio. So it's pretty much a standard ABC structure there. Well, it's the ABC, but more of a 3-wave move. Okay, ABCs technically include 5-wave structures, which this does not. Although, to be fair, we could potentially be seeing a 5-wave structure at the end of this one. So if we grab this, move this across to here, you can see that we have hit that, but we have invalidation of this low coming in down here. So let me just check that, pull that in. Right here. Okay, so as long as we don't cross that, let's check the stock. Okay, that's good. So bear with me, guys, 1 second. I'm just going to give my thoughts and opinions on this little C wave going up a fraction higher. Okay, cool. So we have that. Okay, so what I've just noticed here, guys, is that this ABC structure, okay, basically looks like it's a 5-wave move towards the end. Okay, so we have 3-wave coming up here, we have a 3-wave coming down, and then we have 1, 2, 3, this being 4, and then finally 5 coming up there, all of which is still inside our ABC structure here, here, and here, okay? So that would actually then end that part of this correction, okay? So that would end with this 3-wave structure on the slightly higher scale. Doesn't really account for everything that's gone on over here, other than the fact that this looks like a 3-3 at this point, because again, if we grab hold of our trend lines here, we can probably say actually it'll be somewhere around here maybe, and then this one over on this side, we pull this up here for a sec. Here you can kind of see that we have this kind of B-wave shape pattern also inside here. So possible that again this structure is again another yeah, it's not. I mean, we could argue that it possibly is a 5-wave structure at the end there, but I wouldn't want to think it is. And looking at it, so if I take that movement and we take this low, we can see here that we just overextend past the 1-to-1. So essentially, what this then looks like is a another 3-wave move. So if I grab hold of this, we go up here with an A, B, and C just here, and then all you have to do is have this small kind of correction right in the middle. And then we end up with our 3-wave structure on a macro, okay, coming out here. So if I draw this out again, all of this is a giant A wave, for example. This is our corrective move, and then we move on up. And if that is the case, then all we have to do is measure this distance, take it to this low, and that could project out, just coming up ever so slightly higher. But I think we're going to end somewhere up here, 1,215 to 1,231 under this 5-wave structure. This C wave on a macro should actually end our entire structure, with the theoretical top being 1,267. So I don't think that's likely. It does not cross our 1,280 either, even on the 1-to-1 ratio. So I would say that that is really approximately where we're going to park our wave 2. So there's a lot of things going on there. I'm just going to clear out some of the noise that we don't need to worry about. And really, the only thing that we need to focus in on is this little area just here. Okay, so taking a look at this structure, the next push up higher here, we grab hold of the current price up here. It's about 4%. So it's not a huge kind of percentage gain. So trading this is probably very high risk. It is a final 5th wave, so I probably wouldn't. So it's basically 1,215 up to a higher area of 1,231. Okay, so that's kind of where I would expect that to kind of end at that point. That is then a wave 2 correction complete, which is a rather complicated one, but essentially it moves on up here on a macro 5-wave drop there, meaning that we then end up with a macro 5-wave drop happening still afterwards. Okay, invalidation of this wave 2 and specifically these lows come in at 1,280. So as we get closer up there, obviously we do expect to kind of keep a close eye on that. Now, essentially, if I grab hold of this high point and this low point, I really want to mark out one key area, which is 88.2%, which is this dash line coming in at 1,242. This area is a typical wave 2 retracement. It can go as deep as 88.2, as shallow as 50%. So obviously we smashed past the 50. Right now we're kind of coming up and finding resistance on this area here, which is the 702 retracement zone. The 786 actually would put us right into that 5th wave. So rejection from the 786 highly likely in my opinion. So just keep an eye on those things. But yeah, basically 1,242 would be an 88.2% retracement, which is quite typical for a wave 2 there. Now, if I bring that stochastic RSI, you can see that we have the potential for the momentum to take us up to that area. Now, on the 4-hour, we can obviously bring this up into the overbought area, so this slight surge up higher could allow for that. On the 8-hour, we're already overbought. On the daily, we're overbought. So essentially, the drop to the downside is highly likely once we complete this move. I would be expecting a significant and almost sharpish kind of move into a wave 1, and potentially, all these other kind of waves that kind of follow. The scale of which, will be interesting to kind of see how that plays out. But essentially, yeah, we are talking about still dropping down a little bit lower here. But the higher that our wave 2 goes, the higher that our wave 3 goes, the higher that our wave 4 and so forth, right? So all of these are subject to change. I had this scoped out between 700 and 800, but I'm going to wait for this wave 2 to land and finish before I actually then go ahead and draw out where I think those next moves are likely to go. But in the case of Ethereum here, essentially, we should be looking for some slight upward price action towards 1,215 and 1,231. And then from there, I would expect a pretty sharp decrease. It isn't exactly a huge percentage gain to take us from the current price at the point of recording up to, those targets. So it's not an area that I would see as really viable for trading or anything like that. It is also worth noting at this point in the video that I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot offer you financial advice. All I can do is give you my thoughts and opinions on the data inside the charts as I see it. And at the moment, I am seeing a potential move to the upside. 1,215 to 1,231 for Ethereum. Guys, I'm going to leave the video there. If you have found this useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With all that said, done, and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.